If you joined us on Friday, we had a discussion of a possible 4-day work week here in California. Well, there's a proposed bill called AB 2932 would make a 4-day work week standard for large companies. Companies over 500 workers, they would be required to pay overtime after 32 hours instead of 40. This morning, we're talking to one of the lawmakers behind the bill, State Assembly Member Cristina Garcia. Assemblywoman, good to see you. And I understand that this grew out largely because of the pandemic.
Yes, definitely. We've seen 47 million people voluntarily leave their jobs for better opportunities out there. And as we are opening up again, I think for us it's not going back to normal, but reimagining better and how do we have a better workplace. And I think employees are letting us know that they want a better quality of life and more of a work-life balance out there. And the labor shortages are forcing employers to rethink what the work week looks like, what benefits look like for their employees.
Right. I mean, we've all realized there's so much more to life than just work, right? And we have to keep trying to find ways to just find joy in an ever increasingly stressful world. So, but it's not just about quality of life. It sounds as though, people that support this idea, proponents of the idea, feel that productivity increases.
Exactly. We've heard companies who are already experimenting with the 4-day work week, and because of the flexibility, better mental health, there has been an increase in productivity for their employees as well out there. And so anecdotally, we've seen some of those benefits. And for a lot of employees, I think before perks were around things like free meals or a game room, but they're making it clear that quality of life is a top priority for them, and they want to have more time to do the things they love, like being in nature, spending time with their families, or whatever else helps them find that joy that you were talking about.
So on the flip side, there are those that are critical of this idea. Some say it's going to stunt job growth. Some say it's going to cause just a nightmare situation for employers or management. What do you say to critics who oppose the plan? And how do you confront some of those challenges they think it'll face?
Yeah, I would say that employers and managers are already facing a nightmare situation with the labor shortage we have out there. We're seeing, and not just labor shortage, but we're seeing a lot of attrition in companies out there. We know that hurts the bottom line as well. And so employees are driving this change. They're making it clear that they want different. They want us not to go back to normal because that didn't work, but to go back to better. And I would venture to say that the losses that are incurring now because of the shortages is probably worse than the alternative. And we need to start to get creative, and we need to listen to employees if we want to have the workforce pick up and end these labor shortages.
Assemblywoman, do you see it being a workable structure for all industries? Because I even think about here, like let's just give our own place as an example. It causes some challenges with lack of continuity. If you have a team for four days and then the fifth day during the week, you have to revert to a new team. There's other businesses that might not be able to do it as well. Although we've seen firefighters and hospitals and things kind of adapt to those kind of scheduling plan quite easily.
We've been adhering to the 5-day work week for over 100 years. It's something that worked for the Industrial Revolution, and change is hard, change is scary. And so I do think initially there's adaptations that we have to do, but California is a state of innovation, and we've always figured out how to be leaders and how to adapt and how to be flexible. We're the 5th biggest economy, and I think that we could get there. And I hope that right now that we're in a moment of transition, and as employers are driving change, that employers are looking at different options, including the 4-day work week. And so while this bill pushes a discussion, employers don't have to wait for a bill. They could be taking action now.
That's a fair point. Yeah.
Adapting to what the employees are telling them.
Okay, so what happens now? At this point, this is a proposal. What happens next with the bill? And are you feeling confident that it may actually pass?
We're early in the process. We're just a couple of weeks into committee hearings. We have a whole year to run through the legislative process, and so we'll see how it goes. There's been a lot of enthusiasm from the public out there, and definitely a larger discussion is being garnered, which is part of our goal during this point of transition. I do everything, my team and I with Mr. Lowe do everything to win, and we're patient. And so right now we're building that coalition to try to be successful, but at the same time, we're sending a message to employers out there that this should be part of the discussion as they're adapting to the new workforce.
And that's, the words you're using, adapting to a new workplace, and also the fact that we're trying to return to better, not normal. We've been hearing it too. People want a different kind of reality for themselves going forward. Well, why don't we do this? Why don't we check back in with you after you've gone through some of those committee meetings and see how things are faring in a few months' time?
We appreciate the opportunity, definitely.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. Again, Assemblywoman Cristina Garcia, one of the people behind the 4-day work week proposal. We'll watch to see what happens.
Yeah, this is exciting.
I know. Interesting. We are not a company, I believe, over 500 people. You know better. How many people work here?
I think we do match that.
Do you think we do?
Yeah, absolutely.